How to play Scrabble. Scrabble is a word game for ages 8 and up. This is a game for 2 to 4 players. It requires the Scrabble game board, 100-letter tiles, and the tile racks. As the letters are placed on the board to make words, points are collected, and each letter that is used in the game will have a different point value. There are 100 tiles that are used in this game, and 98 of them will contain letters and point values. There are 2 blank tiles that can be used as wild tiles, which can take the place of any letter. When a blank tile is placed, it will stay in the game as the letter it's submitted for. But if you own the tile with the letter that the blank tile is being used for, you can take the blank tile by substituting your tile for the blank tile on the board. What are the point values? 0 points for the blank tile, 1 point for A, E, I, L, N, O, R, S, T, and U, 2 points for D and G, 3 points for B, C, M, and P, 4 points for F, H, V, W, and Y, 5 for K, 8 points for J and X, 10 points for Q and Z. Furthermore, depending on where you place the tiles on the board, the number of points you receive could increase or decrease. Words you can use in Scrabble. Any word that is found in the Standard English Dictionary can be used in the game. There are also official Scrabble dictionaries that can be purchased for more word options. There are some words that are not allowed to be played, and these include suffixes, prefixes, and abbreviations. Any word that requires the use of a hyphen or apostrophe cannot be played in the game. Any word that requires the use of a capital letter is not allowed. When playing an English version of the game, foreign words are not allowed to be placed on the board. However, if the foreign word does appear in the Standard English Dictionary, it is allowed. The reason for this is due to the fact that the word is spoken enough and is considered part of the English language. Extra point values. When looking at the board, players will see that some squares offer multipliers. Should a tile be placed on these squares, the value of the tile will be multiplied by 2 times or 3 times. Some squares will also multiply the total value of the word and not just the single point value of one tile. Double letter scores. The light blue cells on the board are isolated, and when they are used, they will double the value of the tile placed on the square. Triple letter score. The dark blue cell in the board will be worth triple the amount, so any tile placed here will earn more points. Double word score. When a cell is in light red in color, it is a double word cell, and these run diagonally on the board towards the 4 corners. When a word is placed on these squares, the entire value of the word will be doubled. Triple word score. The dark red square is where the high points can be earned, as this will triple the word score. These are found on all 4 sides of the board and are equidistant from the corners. One single use. When using the extra point squares on the board, they can only be used one time. If a player places a word here, it cannot be used as a multiplier by placing another word on the same square. Let's start the game. Choose one player to be the scorekeeper. Everyone draws one tile. The player with the letter closest to A goes first. The blank tile automatically goes first. Now, each player draws 7 letters from the Scrabble bag and places them on your letter rack. There are 3 options during any turn. The player can place a word, they can exchange tiles for new tiles, or they can choose to pass. In most cases, players will place a word, as the other 2 options will result in no score. When a player chooses to exchange tiles, they can choose to exchange one or all of the tiles they currently hold. After tiles are exchanged, the turn is over, and players will have to wait until their next turn to place a word on the board. Players can choose to pass at any time. They will forfeit that turn and hope to be able to play it the next time. No tile may be moved or replaced after it has been played. But if you own the tile with the letter that the blank tile is being used for, you can take the blank tile by substituting your tile for the blank tile on the board. Any player may challenge a word before the next player starts their turn. If your word is not in the dictionary, you must take back your tiles. This ends your turn. The first word score. When the game begins, the first player will place their word on the star spin in the center of the board. The star is a double square and will offer a double word score. All players following will build their words off of this word, extending the game to the other squares on the board. All touching letter tiles must form complete words. Play continues in a clockwise direction around the Scrabble board. When you can replace Scrabble tiles. Once tiles are placed on the board, players will draw new tiles to replace those. Players will always have 7 tiles during the game. Drawing tiles is always done without looking into the bag so that the letters are always unknown. Extra 50 points bonus. The player who uses all 7 tiles to create a word on the board will receive a 50-point bonus in addition to the value of the word. Note: if the game is near the end and players are not holding 7 tiles, they do not get the bonus for using all of their tiles. This is only collected for 7-letter words placed. When the Scrabble game ends, once all the tiles are gone from the bag and a single player has placed all of their tiles, the game will end and the player with the highest score wins. Or if any player passes 2 times in a row, the game will end and the one with the highest score will win. How to calculate the final scores. When the game ends, each player will total all of their points that are remaining on their tiles that have not been played. This amount will be deducted from the final score. An added bonus is awarded to the player that ended the game and has no remaining tiles. The tile values of the remaining players will be added to the score of the player who is out of tiles to produce the final scores for the game. The player with the highest score wins. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe on our YouTube channel and follow future videos as well. And click on the bell icon to activate notifications when new and exciting videos are uploaded. Thank you for watching this video.